Thank you, OBS, for disconnecting my microphone again. Yes, I was gonna say, how are we all doing? Now I've kind of been thrown off my groove a little bit. I mean, I say that, I don't suppose I really had much of a groove to begin with, but... yeah, I'm not gonna risk going over there again. I'm not entirely certain as to whether I should be worried about these blue fireflies constantly pursuing me, but that probably doesn't help. Just keeping busy. Oh, I'm aware. Never a dull moment, it seems. Oh, so these... so it is sort of like the... it's like the ghosts from Sandopolis. That's good to know. My favorite mechanic. So, I mean, it's... yeah, I suppose it could have been worse. I wonder though, can you... I'm not entirely certain as to whether, you gain fireflies just by damaging those. I think this might be the point of the game where I really start to struggle, though. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that, yeah, seriously, I don't actually remember this particular mechanic from this game. Just the blue fireflies just acting like, the Sandopolis ghosts. My favorite video game mechanic. I mean, that being said, I don't really mind it too much. It's mostly just me having bad memories with regards to Sandopolis, which sort of makes me wonder whether I should go through Sonic 3 again at some point. I mean, I suppose I'm gonna have to do some, go through some Sonic games again at some point. I suppose it just sort of goes with the territory of them being more replayable than certain other games, which sort of goes into, the fact that I wanted to stream Frontiers again at some point, though lightly modded. I say lightly modded because for some reason, whenever I try to run Frontiers with mod, it just constantly crashes. Like, I have a friend who mods Adventure 2, and he claims that Adventure 2 tends to crash a lot when you fiddle around with it. Seems like nothing compared to Frontiers. Little Klonoa jump scare there. Get over here, you. How did I miss that? I was just thinking as well, would be kind of curious to note, which exactly would people reckon is the harder game, this or Door to Phantom Isle? I would still say Door to Phantom Isle, but I think that's more so just going off of recent experience, if anything. I mean, I've generally been having a better time with this, but I'm not sure if that's just due to the fact that there's no input lag. Oh, I was so close to making that. Yeah, as I was mentioning a little bit earlier, or at least thought I was mentioning, I have admittedly been gearing up a little bit to play a little bit of Cyberpunk, because apparently that game won the poll as to what game I was going to play next. It was sort of what I was expecting, to be brutally honest, but I will admit the poll was a lot closer than I was anticipating. It really was sort of neck and neck between that and Dragon Quest VI for a little bit, so I imagine sometime in the not-too-distant future, after I'm eventually done with 2077, I'm likely just going to do Final Fantasy VI. Seems only fair. With regards to Cyberpunk, I'm fairly certain I'm mostly just going to be streaming the story missions Not really gonna go into much of the side content aside from just... Oh, hold on. Stop this, Leorina! Wow, it's like they're diametric opposites. It's too late. Ugh. With this power... I shall teach the world sorrow. With a red moon. The most foreboding thing. Also, where did all the darkness go? I'm guessing they just need a unique mechanic just to ensure that we're just going back here again, but... Still. That's all the... Kind of weird that they're just still ringing after all this time. We have unlocked the secret of perpetual motion. What the? Oh no, she turned it into the Phantom from Evangelion. I was gonna say something else, but I figured not. Too orange. Oh, and meanwhile, the funny-looking arc from Stormblood. And look, it's even got birds in it as well, and funny-looking mice, and those annoying pufferfish enemies. This really just sort of gives me a lot of Ghibli vibes, to be brutally honest. Mostly just from the design and, I suppose, the unveiling. Really just does sort of seem like something you'd see in a Ghibli movie. Also, it's now just out of the water somehow. It's just now in the air. Oh, there's two arcs, I guess. I don't think I actually noticed that before, that they just... I thought it was just this arc which became the flying one, as opposed to just there being suddenly two arcs. Whatever, it's come out of slip space. What? Stop! No, that wasn't a particular good day. I feel as though I've just, been needing to do a little bit of practice in regards to the voices, but, the arc? Eh? They say that the arc once traveled the world. I've been thinking, if there's a fifth bell, shouldn't there be a fifth kingdom as well? Then that arc will connect this world to the fifth kingdom? Seems like... You can't be serious! Why do you think will happen if that occurs? We better go too. Follow that arc! I kind of feel as though I've been wanting to try and make the funny accents I've been giving Klonoa and Tails a little bit more distinct, to be really honest. I think the main thing is just trying to get Tails up to, it's a jet-propelled bodyboard. Just making it sound like he has a cold all the time. Not sure what sort of inflection I'd want to give Klonoa, though. Well, all the ocean is just gone now. And I guess we're just gonna, So we have Sea of Tears, we have Dark Sea of Tears, and now we have Empty Sea of Tears. Lots of Seas of Tears I've been noticing, but, no matter. Let's just get to it. Wow, they really just emptied the oceans. The sea! It's gone! Klonoa, look! Oh no, it's another sky portal! It's turned into a Marvel movie. Is that... Could that be the Fifth Kingdom? Well, there's only one way to find out. Klonoa! Gotta hurry! Come on, use this! Sky lasers. Yep. Just like the end of every superhero movie ever. Alright, let's go, Lolo. Beyond the sands. I mean, there's plenty of sands at the moment. I'm imagining this is going to be much like what happens with Mountains of Mirror Mirror, where there's just a whole bunch of moments which I miss along the way. I'm not entirely certain if I'm going to go back to them. We'll see how much time we have. Oh, 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 oh. The fact we got one of these chase segments in Klonoa. I mean, it's not exactly a truck, but it's appreciated. And we just casually have missile launchers now. That's nice. Don't mind me. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna need you. I feel a little bit nice if they added a sort of specific boarding screen transition as opposed to the standard Klonoa running one. You know, just that little attention to details. That's the sort of thing I like in my games. I mean, I say that, I've been a big fan of Pokemon for years, so I'm not exactly one to talk. Yeah, just looking at those big toothy holes in the sand, I get that they're supposed to resemble mouths, but honestly they just sort of remind me of that hole you go down to face the final boss in Silent Hill. I keep mentioning Silent Hill for some reason, specifically the third game. No idea why. Up. Masterfully done. Weirdly enough, I seem to be doing alright with the moment so far. I say, immediately jinxing myself. I gotta wonder though, what exactly would... This is sort of like that giant skeleton at the end of Final Fantasy VII. What exactly was this creature? And why is it so unnecessarily big? It's just... It's like Spaceball 1, how it just keeps going. And going. And going. Oh, I thought I was gonna miss that one. Alright, into just the sand hole. Yeah, now this is really reminding me a lot more of the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. Just how messed up everything looks. I kinda like it. Just random spine you go... Yeah. I get that it's sort of a trope in media, just having desert areas filled with massive skeleton bones, but you always gotta wonder what exactly are the bones of that creature. Also, I really gotta be careful now, because we're running short on lives. When I say that... The game is kind enough to just hand lives out before me. It's like I should have played on easy mode. I mean, probably not, it's just I don't remember the first game being so there we go. Masterfully done. It's literally just a building made entirely of bells. And statues which look oddly like Laphise. I get that it's supposed to be, probably Goddess Claire, I think, but... You gotta wonder what exactly the lore of a place like this is. That was surprisingly short. Help me. Help me. Help me. Help me. For some reason I remember that one being a lot worse. Maybe I'm thinking of a later one. It's just I remember one of these boarding sections being an absolute pain to get all the moments on, but regardless, it's time to go back to the Ark. Or is it a different Ark? Whatever, Embryo Compass. Ah, I think we're here already, just in the weird pilot seat, command center. This world belongs to me. I will be the savior of this world. With this power. Lirina! I will change the world! Oh, here comes the music. Ugh. Lena? What's happening? Stop! Stop! No! It can't be! Sorrow! The power of sorrow can't possibly! She got the power. It's consuming her. My throat. So yeah, the power of the sorrow and the darkness transformed her into a Heartless. Or is it a nobody? It's covered in belts. I know it has a more distinct roar, but I kind of want to let one off anyway. Probably not the right choice of words. So yeah. Main way you damage this boss is just take the thunder enemies, which I forgot the name of, and just shoot her in the belly. You fool! That is just... I mean, you're not wrong. Oh. She's charging up. I missed. I'm on. Yeah, there's one thing I definitely appreciate about bosses like this. That you get to dictate the flow of them and how fast they go, depending on how good you are. That's it, get over here. Oh. You're doing the thing again. Gotcha. Wow, it gave me a free heart even though I didn't need it. I'm imagining second phase is going to be more difficult, though. Alright. I remember this. I think. But hey! Where you got to thump the platforms in order to damage it. You gotta do it in reverse. And I think first and foremost you need to damage the orb in order to ensure that it doesn't track her. I don't actually remember it doing that this last time. I just remember you gotta thump the platforms underneath in order to damage her. There, thumped. And now she moves a lot slower. I'm guessing this is the idealized way of doing it. Gotcha. How's the week been? Long. Too long. I have been looking forward to... I've been looking forward to this all week. Because it feels as though this week has just dragged on and on and on. Oh, what are you doing down there? I don't trust you. What are you... Oh. Now she really is a Heartless. Could have sworn she did this earlier in the fight, but I guess not. Smile, you son of a... Heck yeah. First try. now she's just back to normal after I beat her to a pulp. Yeah, we got the sad music. Oh. How pathetic. Lena! Use the power. More like the power used me. I called it! I knew. I was just fake. Neither priestess nor savior. Nothing more than a fool. Irina! Damn it! Damn it all! Power's worthless! You cannot even overcome sorrow! Wow, they actually said the damn word. Wasn't actually expecting that from this game. More so I don't actually remember it as well, because it sort of comes out of nowhere as well. Lirina. Klonoa, you must stop the creature of sadness. You cannot let it consume the world. Stop the Ark before it connects the kingdom of sorrow to this world. Lirina. Lolo, you're ready. You and Klonoa can do it. After all, you made it this far. You're our one and only hope. I'll do it. Alright, let's start that Ark. And it just comes into land like a bird perching on a nest. It seems a lot smaller than the other one. I mean, I say that, but, we'll see once we eventually, get in there. I don't know, I was expecting this to go on a little bit longer. Who knows? Maybe, this might be the last stream. Who knows? The Ark Revisited. I remember this being quite long. What we gotta do is stop all 3 engines. Yep. Engines again. Let's go then. Countdown to what? I wonder. So yeah, I am pretty sure this is mostly just a remixed version of the Ark in terms of how you go about things. At least from what I remember. Let's just get in there. Noticing a lot of embers outside. Doesn't seem like a good sign. Get out of here. Alright, this is the one where we have to utilize these bomb enemies a lot more. Ow. In a fair bit more of a difficult fashion by the looks of it. Just, do you mind? I'm trying, game. Quite like the music to this whole area as well. Aw, man. Dagnammit. I feel there's a trick to that particular segment, how you get that one moment, because I would feel disingenuous leaving here without it. Give me that. I don't know, with these, windmills, it really just sort of feels like the wrong thing, if that makes sense. Let's just see what happens when I break this open. Oh, an extra life. Wonderful. Just what I needed, game. Oh, I see. At least I think. Would you mind not just blowing up on me at the most impertinent of times, pig? Seriously, this thing has a shorter fuse than Something with a short fuse. And look at that, the thing is gone. Oh, I didn't even need the pig. I mean, I call them pigs. Are they even pigs? They look like pigs to me. Just gonna wait for you to blow up. I'm guessing I'm gonna need you to cross over here and see what lies on the other side. Feels like there should be something over here. Oh, hello. Hello, this is kind of awkward. Can I get past? Yes, I can get past you. The power of tanking damage. Oh, and he just casually just falls down there and... Well, not so much to his death, because fall damage doesn't exist in this universe. Coming in hot. Alright, you're supposed to use this fella to get over. I see what you're getting at, game. I cheated you. I cheated you. Alright, it's already at the first of the generators by the looks of it. That didn't take long. I'm imagining this may be a little bit shorter of a level compared to the Ark. I don't know, I just remember being a lot longer last time. Alright, this is it! How do we stop it? Who cares? Just throw that boomy in the engine. Yep, just throw a bomb in there. Ah, so it's called a boomy. Gotcha, game. Gotcha. Looks like I'm gonna have to clear all these fellas out first. Get over here, you. I need to throw you in the engine. No. I was so close. Oh, thanks for refunding me that life game. Again, just like Unleashed, it's weirdly generous to the point where you kind of wonder what's the point. I mean, I get there is sort of an infinite lives version, which is easy mode, but I didn't want to play that. Alright, I guess I'll just wait down there. I'm guessing that'll just take out the three of them. Magic. Not again. Come on. Work with me, please, game. I will say at the very least I am quite liking the music for this particular segment. Gotcha. Now that ought to do it. Okay, 2 more to go. Hey, wait a sec. We just lit a rocket. Rockets explode! Actual... Oh. Now we have a time limit. We gotta get out of here before the bomb goes off. I remember now. We actually have a time limit. We gotta get out of here before Samus loses all her abilities again. I don't know. You see? Again, just with the Metroid tropes. Get over here, you, and come down here. Metroid self-destruct. Yeah, pretty much. Oh. Hey, Tot. Oh boy, doesn't this look familiar? Riding atop the wing of a antique-looking plane.
Just for the record, I don't like you. You were mean to the arena in the past.
You ain't so bad after all.
Oh, shut up and just hang on.
And here we are again. It's What's down here, I wonder? What's down here? For what reason have I doomed myself? An extra... Okay, an extra life. I'm guessing there's nothing down there. Oh, there's a checkpoint over there. I kind of want to get that. I can use one of those. No! Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait for you to respawn. Blimey, that was quick. Oh. Not certain if I'm gonna need them for anything, but, you never know. At least I don't think there's any form of, thing I need to get up there. Let's just go in here. I don't remember where any of the moments are in this segment. Oh boy, this segment, my favorite. My favorite in the... my favorite in the game, just, going over more of the Fanta from End of Evangelion. My favorite. Can I actually make it up there? Oh. I'm guessing I'm gonna need to do it from the Naruto swing. I like how I just immediately refer to it as the Naruto swing. This is the first thing that comes to mind. It's like the one thing I know from Naruto, aside from the excess of flashbacks. Oh. Guessing I'm gonna need another key by the looks of it. I remember this. Out of my way, sir. And you. And you. Damn it, I missed one. I was so certain, it's like, it's been a while since I've come across a moment. And what do you know, I missed one. We'll see if I have time to go back for it if, in a moment. We'll see if I have time to go back to it, near the end. I'm not entirely certain if I want to do Chamber of Horrors. Because I know there is a super hard one, which is supposed to be the, like, placeholder for Balu's Tower. But... we'll see. I don't want to bring you along. Because there's a thing up here. In your own time. Oh, it's just a gem. Is this a dinky little dreamstone? Is this a dinky little, trinket? I don't feel as though... I don't trust my ability to make it over that jump. So I'm just gonna wait here and use my telekinesis... practice my telekinesis. At least I'm fairly certain that was in the original game. Rude. I gotta say, though, from the, other little posts I put out in the past about what Sonic games you wanted me to go through, because I guess we are going back onto Sonic. Klonoa has telekinesis. Silver has competition. Who's Silver? Oh, okay. I see what... I'm picking up what you're putting down, game. I was just an idiot. An idiot. I see what you have to do is... What you have to do is... that. You have to do that. And a lot of that. Okay, so this carries me over back, so... makes it a little bit easier on my account. It was awfully kind of you, game, to supply us with something like this, but... first and foremost, I need more moments. Throw you over there. Get out of here, you. Get out of here. Because, yeah... I wasn't sure as to when I wanted to talk about this, but I've admittedly been looking into the subject of Sonic AUs, and a lot of them are just, borderline creepypasta dross. Basically, the usual Undertale affair from what I could see, so I was wondering about what sort of, AU setup I'd want to do, and I feel the nice thing about, the prospect of AUs and the sort of fan-made stuff is that you can sort of just pick and choose for yourself what is canonical from the main timeline and what isn't. So in my case, it's just everything past Shadow the Hedgehog, with the exception of the Rush games, maybe, and Riders, the first one. Nothing. That's all. Maybe it's just me being overly subjective with regards to the stuff I'm nostalgic for, but... I suppose it's my house, my rules in that sense. Obviously, I'd have to think about what else I'd want to put into this sort of hypothetical thing. I mean, nothing's confirmed, as it were, just have been thinking about this a fair bit. Right now, I'm just gonna have to wait here for the bomb to go off, while another bomb goes off behind, while another bigger bomb goes off behind me. Bureaucracy is bureaucracy at its finest. I got there in the end. I mean, I say that because we've been getting back into another Pathfinder campaign over the last week. There it goes! One more to go. Oh, and we even get bought discount Skyjakes. Kind of weird that all the spines in here are uneven. Oh. I was gonna say, do I get to steer? It doesn't seem like I get to steer. Or do I? Or do I? Oh. I was a bit of a fool there. But anyways, Pathfinder campaign, it was the one where, we were all fighting robots with ridiculously high armor classes and, getting radiation poisoning. Because that was... It's like, I don't think many, D&D players have ever had a character get radiation poisoning, but, we did. I mean, it wasn't really as big of a deal as in real life, because of course we have, at our level, we could just cure poisons like that, but... Still surreal to me, just like, yeah, we're dealing with nuclear fallouts and such. Just thought it was kind of amusing when it first came out, but yeah, we're just spending a lot of time in admin, I suppose. Just for, we had a couple of I guess a little segment featuring a couple of characters just going to a library to try and figure out stuff with regards to extraterrestrial activity, because there's been a little bit of a time jump. A little bit of a Naruto time skip, as it were. And the library we went to, this archive, was just full of bureaucracy. Like, you had to get an appointment, which in all likelihood you wouldn't get, just in order to get an appointment, which again you definitely wouldn't get, just in order to try and find the information that may or may not be there. And we were just going through these hoops, and one of our characters was just like, why don't we just come back and walk up to the library with a laser rifle and just say, hey, does this interest you? Does this interest you, this laser rifle we have and this robot head? Guess it should. Can we get an appointment, please? And of course there's potentially cloning involved as well, which sort of comes into my character, because technically speaking I sort of came in late to this particular campaign, and I just ended up with a character with, I guess, its own presets, feats and abilities. It was a catfolk rogue, which I do definitely like, but at the same time, the feats were not what you'd want for a rogue. Just like, for some reason, unarmed strike was on there, and it's just like, not two-weapon fighting, not weapon finesse, just... just unarmed strike, which rogues aren't technically known for, usually. Well, I think this might be the end of Klonoa. Maybe. Just maybe. Don't count me out too soon. As we're dealing with moving springs. I will admit these platforms sort of remind me of the bonus platforms from Crash. As we get teleported into another bounds round. You're obviously gonna get that one from me. Alright, now... Oh. Okay. It's another one of these where you have to, bomb the thing. I wonder, can you do premature detonation? Oh, never mind. Guess we're just heading down here. Oh. There's something up here, I think. There's something up here, I think. I said there's something up here, I think. Why aren't you braking? But I suppose I'm getting into this whole AU business. I've just been thinking a fair bit as to what I suppose is more so my... Not so much a what if, but more so my, I suppose, idealized version of the series. I've been thinking a little bit about aesthetic. Or aesthetic. And I've been wondering what exactly a good cross between the adventure games and maybe the OVA would be, because... Well, I mean, I got a lot of fond memories of the OVA. Ah, so you can just... Again, premature detonation. I think I screwed myself. Hold on. How are we supposed to do this? Guessing Bomb Pig needs to go over here first. Thankfully, these ones have a particularly long fuse, and then you just do that. Now I remember. I'm supposed to be good at this game. At least hypothetically. I'm just thinking, I'm fairly certain they're supposed... Oh, those things spout fire now. Gotcha, game. Is this game for the PC or the GameCube? It was originally a PS2 game, but it's been ported to the PC. It's also available on Switch. Kind of ironic that I'm doing a PS2 game, technically speaking, but I have a lot of fond memories of the game, so I wanted to get it out of the way. I've been thinking for a while, actually, what would be some good GameCube games to stream, because that's supposedly what I'm supposed to be known for. I mean, I kind of feel as though I'm gonna have to do Mario Sunshine at some point, because it seems like an obvious choice. Maybe doing a little bit of suffering in Ocarina of Time Master Quest, since I think that's technically GameCube exclusive, or at least it was. Just I remember having the Wind Waker disc with Ocarina of Time and Master Quest on it. So that might be an interesting one to do, because I've heard interesting things about Master Quest. I mean, naturally, a lot of the dungeons are a lot more difficult in terms of their puzzles, but in addition to that, apparently the Water Temple is surprisingly easier. I guess because they realized, yeah, everybody hates the Water Temple, so we'll just give you this one for free. I guess I can sort of respect that in a weird way. Alright, let's see what horrors I have to put up with this particular... Ah! Well, this certainly looks interesting. Again, though, I can't help but feel as though I missed a whole bunch of stuff. There's maybe, hopefully the one mission where... Alright, you're coming with me, sir. Suppose I'm gonna have to get used to these floating platforms. That one was surprisingly... Thank you, game. Thanks a bunch, game. I thought I had it in the bag and then just wonky hit detection. I've noticed that's been a recurring issue in the past with those particular holes. It's very difficult to get the bomb in the hole. For some reason. Okay. Please don't explode. I was gonna say, please don't explode. And then you exploded anyway. Come on, let's get out of here. Unfortunately, there's no Jeep to take me to victory. No Warthog run this time. I guess we're just gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. This one might be close, actually. I can't help but feel still. This, oh yeah, that's counting down real quick. Come on. Don't damage... There we go. We're out. Wait. Hey, Tat!
That's Miss Tat to you.
Yep, and it's just exploded. Heck yeah. Still remember that being a lot, longer, to be perfectly honest, but... Now we have, the Bionicle logo by the looks of it. So let's see what's in here. Oh. Wow. Let's have a look at the map. Yeah. That's, a mood and a half. You can definitely see why they call this the Kingdom of Sorrow. Alright, let's go. Despite everything, we still made it. So this is the Fifth Kingdom. Are we too late? No, we still have time. The Ark only opened the path. You can still save the world if you defeat the King of Sorrow. The King of Sorrow? Come on, Klonoa. A world filled with sorrow, that wouldn't be right. Ugh. My wounds. My non-existent wounds. Liarina, you wait here. I got this. Don't worry, we'll stop him. Don't underestimate Liarina the Sky Pirate. I'll be right behind you. Counting on it. I didn't actually notice the plane back here in the past, but here we are. Kingdom of Sorrow. I may as well just say it. I think this is technically the last traditional Klonoa level, and we'll just see if I have a harder time with this than I did compared to the Moon Kingdom. Because, yeah, I can definitely see why they call it Kingdom Sorrow. Just nothing but ruins. Like, you can see this was a home at one point. You know, the table, the fire, the bed. Kind of weird that the bed and the living room are in the same place, but I guess that's just how houses were back in the day. Quite a different backdrop to the Moon Kingdom. No kidding. Especially with the music, it's just haunting in a way. Especially when it really gets going. This I remember about the Kingdom of Sorrow. Lots of disappearing platforms. Oh, okay. I think we're gonna be struggling a fair bit with this one. I'm just thinking as to how I want to do this. How did I miss that? I mean, I suppose it would be appropriate that this is the one level in which I get a game over. The notorious Kingdom of Sorrow. Okay, so that's how you do that. Platforming here, as you would expect, is tight. Music kind of brings in leitmotifs from Klonoa 1. Appropriate. Yeah, I do find it kind of weird that it brings in leitmotifs from the first game. I mean, I can kind of get it, you know, going through here. Maybe Klonoa is somewhat reliving the ending of the first game, which wouldn't surprise me in all honesty, because you want to talk sadness. Is that fire just gonna stay there? Well, that's how you deal with that, I think. Kind of all this way? Yeah. I can't help but imagine that's how a lot of people took it as well. Oh. Chase segment. Nothing I can do aside from just, yeah, I remember this. Just casually getting chased by, the giant armored ones. Weirdly enough, I don't think I'm worried so much for health, admittedly. I think it's more so just, not falling to my doom. Oh no, it's the end of the Death Egg from Sonic Forces. Is it kind of weird that I think these, pink things that you grab onto look like candy? Ah. Gotta wait for it, and now we just gotta run. Run for it. Run like the wind. Destroyer and Redeemer, Alpha and Omega. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Yeah, I'm guessing you're supposed to hit the bonus one once you, get rid of the armor, so you can just grab all the gems there. We're not gonna worry about that. Lots of beeping going on outside. Not sure whether I should be... Where is this key supposed to go? I also have to ask myself, because I don't think we have a way back. Unless we do, and I missed it. Ah, well. I'm sure a way forward will crop up if we just have a look around. Oh, it was right here. Later. Oh, hello. Immediate, just giant Gordo jump scare. I know they're probably not called Gordos, but that's the name that immediately comes to mind when I see these ones in particular. I do gotta wonder though, what exactly was life in the Kingdom of Sorrow like before it was abandoned? Look, you can still see the chairs there. The High Council. Deciding whether a comically large spoon still counts as a spoonful. Oh. Oh hey, it's those guys from the Moon Kingdom again. My favorite enemies. Basically just the slicers from Metropolis Zone. My favorite. Oh, and more disappearing... Teams with disappearing platforms as well. Oh, you shouldn't have, game. It's like Christmas. Weird that I haven't seen any moments around. I mean, I wouldn't expect there to be many around here, considering how abandoned this place is. Though I gotta admit, I do quite like the architecture. It just feels suitably grand. Lots of these tall spires. I kind of dig it. I do kind of find just the support beams in midair is kind of funny. It's like in some games where you have bridges like this and yet the support beams just end prematurely. I'm pretty sure I played a game recently that had that. Immediately this song has had a little bit of in the ears. I mean, mostly because of the yes, the whooshing. Kind of surprised that is actually part of the song and not just a extra sound effect. Yes, my favorite kind of level design. Just tight platforming over bottomless pits, my favorite. I've actually been thinking about this for a while, actually. Listening to various bits of videos on why exactly I suppose casual audiences still can't get into Sonic nowadays, and I feel as though bottomless pits have a great deal to do with that. I'm just thinking, like looking at some various bits of gameplay from people playing Adventure 2, for example, they always seem to struggle at that one segment near the end where you have to go across all the rising pillars over the bottomless pit, which obviously when you're older you realize, oh yeah, you just mitigate that with a homing attack chain, but a lot of people just sense for some reason to fall at that, and again, while I kind of feel as though increasingly so that bottomless pits are sort of just cheap, antiquated, old-fashioned type of level design. You know, it's sort of like the prospect of having lives in video games. It seems like a product of an earlier time, which generally I don't think... Generally I feel as though we could have challenging levels that don't require bottomless pits all over the place. Here's looking at you, Eggman Land. A lot of games are conditioned to games to hold their hand for everything. I mean... I suppose there is that as well. I've just been thinking for a fair bit in that sense, as to whether or not it's... Let me start again. I think that's how you do it. At least I think. I may have screwed it up. Let's try that again. I mean, sure, there is that, and the fact that certain mechanics aren't really expressly told to the player, but I feel as though one thing I have also noticed from certain bits of normie gameplay is their over-reliance on the air dash, which I suppose is why over time they just got rid of it by the time we got to like Shadow Gen and Frontiers. Which admittedly has sort of led me to wonder a little bit, what would a 3D Sonic game look like without the homing attack. I get that it's sort of a weird thing to think about, but obviously it was added in Adventure 1 out of necessity. But I can't help but wonder, considering they didn't really have time to polish Sonic's moveset like they did with Mario back in Mario 64. Whether the homing attack was more sort of a band-aid, a dish. Ah. Most modern gameplay usually have tutorials for everything in the game that doesn't leave a lot of room for expression and experimentation with the control. I mean, there is that as well. I suppose it's one of those things that people like me who've been with the Sonic series since like 2002 sort of just take for granted. Nailed that. That would be an interesting... I mean, I suppose technically speaking, there is the Sonic 64 thing, which I did a while back, which the mod I played at the very least didn't have the homing attack. I mean, there's a more modern Sonic X version of the mod, which does have the homing attack. But I've sort of just been thinking, why would we need the homing attack? Oh, it's because enemies are hard to hit. Why not just make the enemies bigger in that case, so they're easier to hit? Like, just have, like, bigger springs, bigger, bigger enemies, bigger maybe not dash pads, because I would rather see them go back to more, classic sensibilities, personally. Which is what sort of level attack would have come in a homing attack list. I feel that's sort of one of the main issues with, Sonic games in general, honestly, just the level design. I mean... there are a lot of iconic levels, but I feel a fair few of them don't really do good in terms of communicating various mechanics, if that makes sense. I suppose a good example of one which does explain mechanics would be City Escape, but I don't feel as though it doesn't go through absolutely everything. It just sort of assumes, oh, you know, you've played video games before, I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Which can't really be said for people just getting into the series nowadays, especially with the first... I would be kind of curious to see how people who got into the series through the movies feel about playing Adventure 2. Because obviously, since that was my first ever video game, yes, I did also struggle at that one particular bottomless pit section in City Escape, but that was one of those cases of me learning and growing and evolving to the point where 99 out of 100 times I don't really have issues with that segment. Because I have been thinking... oh. We have a yellow one of these guys. Which I think means we're getting a proper helicopter segment, just like in Rayman. One which lasts a lot longer by think of it. Well, you know, it just goes a lot higher. Ah, this segment, my favorite. I remember... could you imagine doing this in the first game? I mean, part of me wants to say that this game is harder than the first game, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's just that the game has sort of accustomed you to a lot of this more extreme platforming stuff. Because it... while it looks harder, it doesn't feel harder. If that makes sense. Then again, I suppose not being constantly bombarded with enemy ghosts also helps in it feeling a fair bit more manageable. I think this section might flummox me again. I will say, though, we have definitely been making good progress. Wow, hey. I suppose in a weird way, even though I'm failing, I feel more prepared, if that makes sense. But this doesn't seem... I see this and it doesn't seem like, oh, this is impossible. Ah. I feel like if you take Sonic as he is in Frontiers and you have more sandbox or everything. I'll read that once I'm out of this mess. Okay. I feel like if you take Sonic as he's in Frontiers, strip the homing attack, you'd have a sandbox where the whole thing feels more like a tech down when you play around with physics. Yeah, I suppose there is that. I mean, generally I feel the format of Frontiers still is fairly solid, where you have the open zone with challenges that you can do in it. Like, I prefer they just more sort of stuck to time trials. Because I, for one, sort of increasingly of the mind that combat isn't really a thing that should be in mainline Sonic games. Side games definitely, but mainline games I would say no. I suppose that's another thing. I do definitely miss the side game. Wow, I actually got all of them. I do definitely miss the side game, because it generally just feels to me like extra room for experimentation. Like, I think one notable thing to note... Oh, we even have a bench here. One thing to note is that, were it not the side games, we wouldn't have the boost formula. Because obviously it originated in Rush. Suppose that's just sort of one thing to really keep notes. Oh, okay, it stopped. I was thinking, oh no, it's gonna leave me behind, but I guess not. Anything that takes speed as a focus away from Sonic as a mainline title is a big no. Yeah, I suppose that seems apt. But again, it's more sort of my personal preference, really, that they have a good basis/formula structure with Frontiers, which could generally be refined a little bit, sort of make it more of a Adventure Plus. Oh, we're at the end. We'll make it more sort of an Adventure Plus sort of ordeal, where you have all these open zones like the Adventure Fields and more natural sort of levels in them. Now that's a shot and a half. Love that shot. Maybe you can even have various bits of interactions in the levels affect things in the open zone as well. Just a thought. The Forgotten Path. I think this is the one which I remember struggling on a fair bit. The penultimate level. Help me. Help me. Help me. Gotta admit, this is definitely quite trippy. Who can that be? I don't know, but I've been hearing that voice for the longest time. And it's asking for help. For help? Come on. We'll find the answer. Up there. And here we go, what is technically the final level, the Forgotten Path. Kind of weird that we end on a boarding level. This definitely sort of has World of Chaos vibes to me, and really just sort of feels like a notable departure compared to Kingdom of Sorrow, where it's just... You felt a lot more melancholy with the previous level, where it's here, it's just, oh, it's just final level, darkness within darkness awaits you. Darkness within darkness awaits you, Klonoa! I mean, maybe I'm just saying that because I've been playing a fair bit of Mario 64 in my off time, but I generally just sort of feel that more open-ended structure with levels you can go into generally feels a fair bit more fitting, where the levels can act more as sort of whole range Sonic levels. I prefer they went with a more quality over quantity approach with them, like maybe only a handful per open zone, but they're actually good and not just reused levels from past games. I think generally I just want something a little bit more substantial when it comes to the levels. And again, though, this is just my personal preference, so it's likely not going to be that. Stuff like waiting around for platforms, enemies, health boss, stuff like that, Werehog design goes against the core Sonic. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, moving platforms, I don't know, because that was also sort of in the classics, but I get what you mean. Alright, also, oh hey, it's Sonic Lost World. Like, really, this whole segment really just feels like one of those underground levels from Lost World. Or I suppose this is sort of a weird reference, but I'm not sure if people remember Run Game. I think it was like on Newgrounds, where you're this little cube guy running through a tunnel like this, and you could jump in order to switch which wall you were going onto in order to navigate easier. And as you went by, it changed colors. I know it's sort of a niche thing, but back in boarding school, that was just the game we all played in our off time. Either that, or for me it was either Super Mario Bros. Crossover, or for some reason the school PCs had Sonic Roboblast loaded onto them. I have no idea why, but usually in my spare time during in IT lessons, I just play a fair bit of Sonic Roboblast. Confused as to why I wasn't able to get various WADs on there, like I think it was like Super Mystic Sonic, I think it was, just like the super overpowered super form. Waiting around for platform. Oh yeah, that was in Sonic 1. Everybody's favorite level, Marble Zone. I remember now. Oh, I missed it! Oh, I missed! And that was the last one as well. And I'm not sure I'm gonna get another chance to get... Oh, never mind. I could just do this on repeat until I actually get it. How very kind of you came to do this on the very last level. Kind of weird that you didn't do this for any of the others, but I'm not complaining. This feels a lot easier than I remember it being. Maybe it's just I've actually gotten used to it. There we go, got all of them. Remedy in Sonic 2? Yeah. I'm kind of curious as to what sort of level design philosophy would make the most sense for a 3D Sonic game, though. Would it be the sort of upper route sort of mentality of Sonic 2, or would it be the more exploration-focused style of something like Mania or Free? Because I feel if you have the open zone as well, I feel the Sonic 2 mentality of level design would make the most sense for actual levels. Oh hey, it's a giant boost ring. Vroom. And like that, we're already at the final boss. This went by a lot quicker than I was anticipating. I wasn't sure we were actually going to get here this stream, but here we are. The Terminus of Tears. Let's go. Surprisingly calm music for the final big bad encounter. Oh, this place really went to hell. Surprised the stained glass managed to keep up, though. Are you the King of Sorrow? You're here to stop me. You've come here to banish sorrow, right, Klonoa? Explain yourself. What were you planning to do in making the fifth bell appear in our world? What were you planning to do by making the fifth bell appear in our world? Making it appear? No. The fifth bell was always a part of your world. It was always there, but you pulled the veil over your eyes and refused to see it. Huh? We refused to see it. When people encounter sorrow, they try to forget it and pretend it never existed at all. I feel I should be a bit slower for this guy, hold up. So I used the Ark to lift LUNATEA'S roll credits! All so that you could save the Kingdom of Sorrow, so that LUNATEA can once again remember. So that we would save. Welcome, Dream Traveler. You were led here on false prophecies. You false savers of a foolish world, man. Huh? Master Baguji? Ah, so he was Baguji the whole time. If sorrow is so unwelcome here, who cares if this world is destroyed? Let the world be consumed by sorrow. It was I who brought you, the Dream Traveler, this far. Why? So that you may atone for the sins of this world, Klonoa! Oh, and all of a sudden I have my board again. The King of Sorrow, that's right. The first segment of this fight is a boarding segment. Up against whatever this is. I'm pretty sure that's not the King of Sorrow. It would be weird if it was, but generally it seems as though your goal is to just grab projectiles, throw them into him. Could have sworn I nailed that. Honestly, this whole boss segment, all it really does is remind me of the special stages from Sonic Heroes, especially with all the spiked bombs you have to avoid. I remember this being a lot darker. I mean, I definitely imagine it was. I imagine the lighting was generally a lot more on the darker side for the PS2 version. I'm fairly certain I actually have the PS2 version still. I should probably check at some point. Or, you know, I could just luke it up. Yeah, I definitely don't remember it being this bright last time we were here. Still have no idea what this is supposed to be, though. It's just turning into a meatball. A meatball with a hand. Alright, on to phase 2. No idea what that was about, but... Why? Why do you hate sorrow? Can't you accept sorrow at all? Is there no place for me in this world? Don't flatter yourself. Liarina! You isolated yourself from the world, thinking you're the only one who's sad. You make me sick. Liarina! You make me want to cry. Klonoa is a mass of pure sorrow. Show him the elements from the other kingdoms. tranquility, joy, discord, and indecision. Make him remember what the real world is about. The rest is up to you! Don't think this changes anything. And just like that, our ring is supercharged. Oh. Oh. Ah! I mean, weirdly enough, I suppose canonically speaking, I do imagine this guy sounding a lot fairly familiar to Klonoa, considering how alike they seem. But yeah, generally the main thing is you have to destroy all the orbs. Make him ponder his orb until he explodes. You really use some health at the moment, though. Never mind. You're very kind, game, again. Could have sworn these orbs damaged you. But alright, we got through that without taking any damage. Oh yeah, and there's actually a nice little rainbow effect when you shoot now. Whoa. Spin the wheel! Spin the wheel! Spin the wheel! Spin the wheel! Honestly, that was a lot easier than I remember. And there we go. That's the final boss. I do like his scarf, though. Please help me. Please. Please help me. Klonoa! What? It all comes down to this. I'll help you. That's why I came here after all. So I guess the other fifth bell was just a fake. Okay. You don't have to run anymore. You don't have to be afraid. That voice calling me. The one crying out to the world for help. That was you, wasn't it? The world, it won't forget sorrow anymore. Klonoa. No one will run away anymore. Because fear doesn't exist in this world either. After all, we've come too far to turn back, right? Yes, you're right. Well, he's still dead anyways, so I guess we still won either way. There he goes, turned into fireflies like a Kingdom Hearts character. Still surprised those stained glass windows are still intact. There it is, the element of sorrow. And of course it's purple. Now, that's what I call a picture-perfect moment. Hey, Lolo, I noticed something a little while back. Huh? Doesn't Klonoa remind you just a little of the Goddess Claire? Maybe? I mean, we haven't actually met the Goddess Claire, so who knows? Yes, he does. I kind of feel that maybe this would have hit a little bit harder if we actually knew a little bit more about the goddess Claire. I suppose that's another issue with this game, is that I feel as though it could have done with a little bit more world building. But the world is definitely intriguing, I just wish I knew more about it. Aside the basics of the kingdoms, like, who was the goddess Claire? Why are all the kingdoms segregated out like this? Well, the ocean's back at the very least, and the Kingdom of Sorrow is just there now. Shame there's nobody in there, aside from monsters. Irina's really excited about rebuilding the Kingdom of Sorrow, isn't she? So this is the point, you know, about is Klonoa just doing this? I mean, I get that. I kind of wish Klonoa also got the opportunity to learn more about this, if that makes sense. Like, we learn about this world with Klonoa. I just wish there were more opportunities to learn about this world with Klonoa. I'm going to work hard too. This time, I'm going to make Priestess on my own. She gave it up. You give up your title? Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep trying, even if I fail. After all, I mustn't give the King of Sorrow a reason to cry again, right? Uh-huh. Lolo, you can do it. I have faith in you. Oh, and here we go. You know the drill. Yeah, I don't want to mess with this. So this is goodbye? Well, at least... of course, LUNATEA isn't your world, is it? Yep, I'll see you in Dream Champ Tournament. You have a home, right? You have a home to go to after all, right? I mean, not really. I just sort of appeared here after I got sucked on from what I thought was my home, but actually wasn't it? Kind of weird, really. Hupo never actually told me what my home was like. Lolo. It's okay. I knew this was coming. I'm fine, really. I'll be fine, because I'm going to do my best. You taught me that it's okay to cry, as long as I don't give up. So it's okay if I cry, right? I will admit... Lolo. No. No, 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 no. Little voice crack there. Klonoa. Lolo. I may leave this world, but we'll always be together. We still got volleyball to play, don't we? Believe that if you don't forget the sadness of this moment, we'll always be together, okay? See you in Dream Champ Tournament. So, Lolo. Thanks. Yeah, I still feel as though the ending of the first game was a lot more heart-wrenching. This generally feels a fair bit more bittersweet considering how Klonoa leaves on better terms as opposed to just being wrenched out all of a sudden. It's still definitely sad, and I get that's generally the point of these games, is that showcasing that it is okay to cry and be sad, but suppose that suppose that hits a little bit harder in the first game. But anyways, Klonoa 2, that's it. And here we can see the arena now without her eye patch. She actually looks kind of, I want to say cute. Yeah, generally a lot of rebuilding going on in the aftermath of us leaving. Generally, again, I will say, this game generally reminds me a lot of the Explorers games, where it's really well liked for its story, even though it has notably pacing issues, but it is still generally a cult classic and well beloved and has a strong fan following, and I definitely agree with that sentiment. Obviously, after this we're going to be going into Cyberpunk, as that's what people wanted. But it is still a shame as well, because this was the last sort of mainline Klonoa game, where if you wanted more Klonoa, your best chance was like Empire Dreams, Moonlit Mansion, Dream Champ Tournament, Volleyball, where Klonoa is inexplicably British. Which I do kind of love, just for how silly it sounds, but again, I kind of feel that a lot of this rebuilding of the world and such would have a little bit more vindication if, I suppose, we had a better idea as to the aftermath of introducing Swords to the world. Do the Five Kingdoms still retain their single trope, or do they mix and match and mingle now? Well, he sort of took his characterization in the game as intentionally distant to avoid forming actual connections to the people he meets, because yeah, I suppose I do kind of get that. Just I suppose there is that sense of longing, really, just wanting more, which we haven't gotten in like 20 years, aside from this. Oh, look at that! The King of Sorrow became a baby. But yeah, I don't really see a new game coming out in the near distant future. I mean, I would definitely like a new one in the not distant future, but at the same time, 20 years, I don't see it. But I suppose I can dream, especially considering at the very least we did get these remasters, and well, I may personally prefer the originals. I'd still say as a whole package, Fantasy Reverie is the definitive way of playing these games, at least from an accessibility standpoint. Klonoa needs a new mainline, definitely, because I suppose the next thing would be me going, oh, good morning, Stent. Good morning, game. I mean, it's nighttime where I am, but the sentiment is still appreciated. It was all a dream. Hoping this collection would revitalize people wanting a new game, but NAMCO doesn't seem to... Yeah, that does generally seem to be a bit of a tragedy. Resume playing using the... Yes, I want to replay using the save data. We still have 2 more moments to find. Oh, movie viewer is now available. Heck yeah. So yeah, we need to go back to the Ark in order to find all the stuff again that I missed. It would have been better if I'd done this the first time around, but I guess not. This symbol really does look like the Bionicle logo, though, doesn't it? Oh, so yeah, the music's all happy, even though the portal to hell basically has been opened. Yeah, we'll just skip this. I need to find the engine. I need to find the mummets, so I can do... Do I actually want to do Chamber of Horrors, though? I suppose that's the interesting thing, really. Let me just check first as to what's up here. What's up here, game? What's up here? Obviously, I can't trust that boomy to do much for me, so... What's up here, game? What have you got for me? Ah, so it was here all the time. Gotcha, game, gotcha. Those things seem highly temperamental. Get over here, you. Wahey! This one seemed kind of obvious in hindsight. Alright, now we just have to rush through the rest of this level in order to get back to the near the end. I mean, honestly, considering NAMCO's supposed attitude toward this game, I'm kind of surprised we got this collection at all. Like, I was super surprised and stoked when I heard, oh, we're getting a Klonoa remaster series on, like, everything with a screen. I was just like, this is the best news I've heard in a long time. Yet again, I suppose it just seems to be a bit too of a niche of an audience, because I can't help but feel as though a large portion of the fan base for Klonoa is more Sonic adjacent, mostly just because of his redesign in the second game, in this game. And from that sentiment, seeing it as being seemingly niche, I do kind of get that. It is unfortunate, but understandable. Hey, I get it, but I don't like it, basically. That seems so much easier than the last time I did that. Alright, let's get out of here. I mean, obviously, now that I've gone through these, I'm kind of curious to try out some of the other games, like mostly Empire of Dreams and especially Dream Champ Tournament. Because I know that also has a whole bunch of fan favorite characters in there. Obviously, though, I don't think that'll be for a while, though, because obviously they got Cyberpunk, got Final Fantasy VI, probably some other stuff in between. We'll see, we'll see. I mean, no doubt I'll get around to it eventually, just probably won't be for a while. I just give me the health, give me health, give me shelter. Kind of not sure as to why we have all these boomies here, in all honesty. It seems like a weird choice for an enemy, unless I'm missing something else. You never know. Obviously, we can just run through most of this, because I don't think we need to do anything here specifically. Into the Evangelion Fanta. I mean, I suppose you could call it fluorescent orange juice. I suppose that's also an option, just not sure what it is about games like these just having yellow water like this, when obviously you know what people are gonna call it. It's just a river of pee. Klonoa, they... Oh, nice game. Thanks for 3 lives. Guess I just realized, yeah, this idiot really struggled on the Naruto swing, so we'll just give him these. Again, that's something I have to really note. This game really seems generous on lives compared to the previous game. I mean, I'm playing this on normal, so obviously it would probably change on hard mode. Especially considering you just get, like, so many one-hit deaths on hard mode. Leave 40 minutes and all this... Yep, you missed a lot. You basically missed the whole story. We're done with the game. I'm just coming here because I missed a few things. We've got some unfinished business, then... If we have... I'm debating as to whether I want to do Chamber of Horrors, because... It's basically the, quote-unquote final challenge. I'm just wondering as to whether or not I'd want to do it. Considering how well Balu's Tower went when I did Klonoa 1. Looks like... Give me a minute, give me a second. Okay, we're back. You really gotta love this particular software and how constant... I'm not sure you've had the problem with crashing as well, Val, just, noting particular software issues. I'm not entirely certain as to whether it'll improve if I were to, delve into the world of 3D. You never know. I suppose thinking in terms of a, possibility of a 3D model at some point, I have been wondering actually as to whether or not I'd want to go for, possibly more of a retro look, just polygons. Doing the finale... Oh, finale event. Yeah. Yeah. I could certainly imagine. Back here again. In the red room. I don't get the... Why the eggs? Why are there so many eggs in here? Alright, later game. I suppose it is a little bit of a curiosity to see how quickly you can get through this. Without all the cutscenes. I suppose the cutscenes would, impact the overall time you spend on this a fair bit. It's definitely more taxing on hardware. I think. Yeah, I'd imagine if I were to go into the realm of 3D, I would need a more powerful PC, because... I'll be honest, I am kind of worried about streaming Cyberpunk and just... Not sure as to whether my particular machine would be able to handle all the stuff going on, because... Well, it's good. Well, it's perfectly fine for running less taxing games like this. It's not built to fight God. I'll just put it that way. It's not a PC for running Cyberpunk at like the highest specs possible. Oh, so you can break those. Okay, the game was just being silly with me. Weren't you, game? Weren't you being silly? Apparently not. So this really just reminds me of the Sky Chase segment from Sonic Adventure. I mean, I'm expecting the plane to just transform right now and turn into a discount X-Wing. At least I'm fairly certain there's no moments up here. For some reason it looks as though Klonoa was fairly lopsided there. Alright, here we are near the end of the level again. I'm gonna have to keep my eyes peeled this time. Get in there, eat... These 3D models run dual PC setups formed by a capture card to feed the PC with an overview. You mean they have two of these? They use two? I mean, I suppose that makes sense. It just seems very, very excessive. So I'm thinking maybe sticking to the realms of 2D may be my only option at this point, unfortunately. I feel as though there would be something back there. You know what? Come with me. Come with me. Once run the games, you're just streaming software and 3D assets. Yeah. I suppose that makes a fair bit more sense, but at the same time, I don't think that, I've been wondering for a while how exactly it is that streamers tend to be so, bereft on money all the time. I think that just answered my question. Yeah, change more people bring single piece of service or more. Okay. Suppose it's good to know that there is optimization out there. Okay, me thinks, okay, this is where number 5 was, so the last one is gonna be sometime after this point, so let's have a look. I'm guessing it's after the spring section, or maybe it's on the spring section. I don't know. Let's just get on to the Bounds Round platform and see what we can find. It's like the single brain cell. You know, it's kind of weird. I've seen less of these sort of invisible sort of egg things hidden around places. Like you'd expect there to be something here, but there's just not. Yes. I'm thinking it's in there. I'm thinking it's in here. Just have no idea how to get this one. Hold on. Just want to make absolutely sure before I try anything. How am I supposed to get this confounded thing? Because I'm fairly certain it's in here. Just have to find a way in order to break it open. I'm not sure it's actually here. Let's just carry on. I may be in the wrong here. We'll see. At least I know... Game. I'm trying, game. There you see, game, I'm a big boy. I can do it. Also, oh, I missed it. I missed it. You know what? It was right... It was there, I was... I messed up. I wasn't sure it was in the box thing, and it was. So... I think just... I don't think we get anything in particular for doing the Chamber of Horrors, so I think... I'm not entirely certain as to whether I want to end it on this particular note, so I think I'll just wrap this level up and we'll end it there. And when I say that, it means I'm going to have to go through this whole thing again. What do you reckon? Let me just put out a poll real quick. Because I usually just stick at the 2-hour mark, so... Sort of at a crossroads here, gonna be really honest. Out of my way, you. Alright, you want me to just go through this whole thing? Okay. Okay. I see how it is. Suppose I can't exactly blame you, just... It's my own fault. I made things worse for myself constantly throughout this whole stream, and now I'm reaping the consequences. Say wrap up this level to full to not leave any loose... Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. So... Yeah, I'd say we do this, and probably not bother with the Chamber of Horrors. That seems fairly apt. It's a shame as well, because I would have hoped to, It seems with these particular Klonoa streams, I have a knack of ending them on a, not-so-good note. Like, obviously there was the whole Baloo's Tower situation in the first game, and now here we have this instance where I keep missing all my things. I'm just hoping that Cyberpunk doesn't end up going a similar route, because I will admit I've definitely been looking forward to that one. Hopefully I don't have any chinks that I need to iron out in the meantime. He was hoping 2077. Yeah, I'm hoping so too. Because a lot of people seem to have wanted me to do that, and hopefully it doesn't disappoint. Again, with that, I may as well reiterate, I do just plan on going through mostly just the story stuff and the, I suppose, more interesting quote-unquote quests, because there are definitely quite a few interesting quests in there. Some of which I'm not entirely certain as to whether I will be allowed to show on YouTube. I mean, I suppose there's guides, but, guides would showcase them, but it's definitely going to be quite interesting regardless, especially, I probably shouldn't spoil anything because there are quite a few wild missions, to say the least. Okay, I need the key. Stream mode, there's a yeah, obviously that's going on. There's no doubt in my mind about that particular thing. You're not gonna be seeing any nipples. You're not going to be seeing any knee flares or peepees. I'm also thinking of sort of other content which goes on in there. I'm also just thinking of one particular quest. I don't want to go too much into details with it because I'm pretty sure there's people in here who still haven't gone through particular parts of that game, but it gets wild. I'll just say that, it gets pretty wild. To the point where I kind of felt it's a shame that I didn't start streaming Cyberpunk during Easter. Pretty prevalent bug early on. Yeah, I think the streamer mode is just getting rid of any copyrighted music. Because I think there is a separate nudity censor, which I feel on this channel would be very prevalent. Please don't tell me I have to go through that whole thing again. Yeah, talking about the NSF... Yeah. The NSFW toggle is, separate. So unfortunately, you won't be getting... You won't have the chance to see the long-awaited-for sequel, Pingus 2. I remember that just being just a massive meme with in the game for the longest time. Just the long-awaited sequel. If you know about the game, then you probably know what I'm hinting at. The sequel. I suppose it is good. Saying is that early on in the game, watch was a bug. Oh, right. I thought it was the music that was bugged. Yeah. I could definitely see that being a fair bit of an issue as well, but thought that with a glitch would make you... Oh, right, I remember. I remember that when I played through the first game. That was definitely an experience. Give me a Dragon Ball. I have to wait for this to blow up. Again, I'm hoping that, with us being like 2.1 now, I'm definitely hoping that a lot of the bugs have been ironed out and, generally curious to see how it goes. I think the weird thing is that, I think I have technically just found the hardest thing to collect in the game. Outside of the Dreamstones. Will I be basing character off of the looks? Oh, definitely, definitely. As best I can, given the limitations. Let's just put it that way. I'm just wondering, actually. Let's try out easy modo. Oh wait, I can't never mind. I was gonna say, this might be a good chance to try out easy modo, but I'm gonna have to restart anyway, so... Nope. Nope, we're not doing that. All them. Yeah, I suppose it is kind of a shame, because generally from my experience, I've noticed more so you tend to see a lot more female Vs than male Vs from my experience. I suppose it is just sort of a constant coming from FF14 that all the female characters get the good stuff. Or should I rephrase? Female characters get all the good stuff. Take that how you will. Because from what I recall, in Cyberpunk you can't really make your, It's not like Oblivion, where you can just make your character into the most abominable looking thing imaginable. And I did say previously that, this version of the Ark looks smaller than the previous one, but... Oh, I messed up. You saw... Oh. Shh, 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 shh. Probably shouldn't have shown you that. Yeah, it's just going to be the most vanilla Cyberpunk 2077 playthrough you've ever seen. Source, trust me. Get over here, you. We got a door to blast open. Shoot. I think that this I'm gonna have to do a fair bit Yes, completely normal 2077 playthrough. Exactly. It's going to be so vanilla, you're gonna miss the chocolate chips. Also, I know what I need to do here. I'm just hoping that I can get lives, game? Can I get lives? And I'm hoping mainly... I think the best course of action in order to get this one would be to change to easy mode. Ah, so close. I'm gonna have to go in here and see if there's any extra lives. No, I'm not clicking you. Just grab that. It sucks as well because it was so close that one time. I had him in my hand. I messed up again. I keep forgetting to bring the thing with me. Oh, wait, actually, hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I could just go back. I don't have to keep dying to reset. Gotcha! Finally, that was the last one. Hardest one in the game, I think. Now we can finally continue and end this game. I say end of this game, I've been enjoying it, but just... It's one of those things, really, where... Similar as to what's been going on with Emerald Legacy, I am ready to move on. I have to wait for you to blow up. It's a shame as well, because I feel as though these last few levels have generally been great. Been having a lot of fun with them. It's kind of weird, because you'd expect them to be super hard, and yet... I haven't really been finding them hard. I guess... Technically more difficult, but more I'm not entirely certain how I would quantify the fact that these seem easier than in the first game. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm playing on PC as opposed to the Switch with Elgato's input lag. Who knows? Oh, stream seems to be dying a little bit. Aw, that's just what I needed. Okay, we're here now. Now I'm just thinking I could have done Chamber of Horrors had I just done this from the first time I did it, which I suppose is the most annoying thing. Due to my incompetence, we now don't get to do Chamber of Horrors, which, on one hand, I don't actually mind, because Chamber of Horrors, I remember driving me a little bit mad the last time I did it. Still miss the detail of the key appearing on Klonoa's back from the first game. At least I remember that being in the first game. Or at least the Wii version. Now, considering I technically have the means to stream it, maybe I should do the Wii version at some point, just so we can hear all the late 2000s anime voice acting. And you can see for yourself which one did the better job, the paid professionals, or me. Not even certain I can't consider myself a gifted amateur, just an amateur. Well, this is where I'm gonna die. Use my telekinesis to make it move faster. I will admit that that gauge definitely does deplete faster than I remember. Hugh-Pow, what do you mean? Hugh-Pow, what do you mean I don't belong here? And I suppose many people would consider it more fitting than Scottish, but I generally feel that that sort of voice for Klonoa not the most fitting. What do you mean? I belong here. It's Klonoa voiced by Jason Griffith. Okay, collected all the Mama dolls. Let's finally go talk to this guy again, who I forgot the voice of, so I'm just gonna make it up.
Oh, I can't believe this, my sweeties. You've managed to bring back each and every one of them. Your skills are truly amazing.
Scott's Fox. Yeah, I know.
There's no denying you now. Why don't I show you my top secret attraction? There's no denying you now. But don't let anyone else in on the secret, okay?
So yeah. for getting all the moments, you unlock the Chamber of Horrors, which is basically just the super hard final challenge. But given the time, I don't feel it's necessary to do it. Kind of a shame, but at the same time, I think I've done everything I wanted. At the very least, I find the Chamber of Horrors, at least from what I recall, easier than Balu's Tower, but I don't think I want to repeat of last time. So until then, unless anybody has any objections, I'd like to thank you for tuning in and bearing with me throughout this whole ordeal. Next week, of course, we will be beginning Cyberpunk. Been looking forward to how I fare against that. But until then, take care. Bye-bye.